Hey folks, Rigor here. I want to present to you a sneak peek at the 5th episode in our special Then Is Now Filmmakers Series. It's a show only available on our Patreon page in which we interview writers, directors, producers, composers, special effects guys, basically anybody from behind the scenes in filmmaking so we can get their insights into the process. The following is a clip from our interview with special effects guru Eddie Yang, who's worked on such films as Predator, Tron Legacy, Terminator Salvation, Iron Man, Man of Steel, and tons more movies and TV shows. Check it out.
One of the craziest stories on Men in Black was we worked for 9 months on making the big Edgar bug, and they didn't use it or replace it with digital. I think the digital process, the technology, kind of allows the director to be a little more lazy. Like they don't have to make decisions on the spot or because they can fix it in post, literally.
Right.
So throughout the process, it was already, the world was transitioning, the filmmaking world, into a digital versus practical world, whereas digital was gonna replace everything. And this was one of the last big practically created monsters, and I'm honored to have been able to work on something like that. I mean, the actual Edgar bug was, 13 feet tall or something like that. And we created it using digital technology as well. There was a maquette sculpted and that was scanned, and the parts blown up in foam. And then we had artists carving the foam to produce all the parts. And it literally took us like 9 months of R&D, design process. They didn't know what the final bug was going to look like. They couldn't make up their minds. And then I think Rick, and that's the also downfall of practical, is like you need months to build something that big. So Rick had to tell Spielberg and Barry Sonnenfeld, hey, we got to start building. We need to finalize the design. So they possibly reluctantly, chose a design. It was an amalgamation of many different artists. And actually, I did the maquette of the head, which they liked and eventually approved of. So I sculpted the head and everything created digitally. We made the full version, brought it to set. And I'll agree with them that a lot of the movements they wanted to do probably looked a little robotic, but that's just physics. It's the gravity of the thing. A puppeteer can only do so much. It was not hydraulic or anything, so we can only make it move in certain ways, I would say.
Right.
And then the ILM supervisor was there on set, whispering in the director's ear, probably the whole time, like, we can do this in digital. Oh, that looks too fake. We can make it in digital. We can do it. So obviously they shot it a few times for like one day. They shot some stuff, and then it was sitting in the parking lot the rest of the time at Warner Brothers. So, and then you see the final film, and the entire face is different. It has big eyes. It looks much more cartoony. I think the original design, maybe they felt was too scary or something like that, because at the time I was this young designer. I didn't want to make anything silly or cartoony, but I didn't realize what the flavor of the film was, and the style. It was so tongue-in-cheek and comical. And I wanted to do demons and scary things. And so I'm looking back now, and that's probably what they were thinking. So, but even Rick mentioned it to Barry. He's like, you don't want to shoot our Edgar bug that we spent 9 months on? So we tried to get it in there, but yeah, that was kind of the calling. It's like, okay, well, here it is. It's like, this is how it's going to be. And in post, they can change the design. Spielberg can say, I want eyeballs on it. I want it to have a smile. I want it to do this. And they were able to do all that.
Well, thanks for checking out this sneak peek at our special Filmmakers Series. Remember, if you want to hear the whole show, as well as other fun stuff, please sign up for our Patreon. For only $3 a month, the same price as a cup of coffee, you can help support the show. Visit patreon.com/thenisnowpodcast for details. Thank you.